everybody, and welcome to Pre-K Discovery with Miss Barb. How are you today? Let's get started with the calendar. Do you remember what month it is? Well, last week we sang the song to tell us the months of the year, and we said that it was March. So it's March, M-A-R-C-H, March. And we talked about Dr. Seuss's birthday, and last week we talked about time. So this week we're going to talk about spring because this Saturday coming up is the very first day of spring. And tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, which is always in springtime too. So after next week, Miss Barb's going to change this from winter to spring because technically it's still winter, but it will be spring soon. So let's count the days and see what number we're on. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And today is Tuesday because we sing the song Days of the Week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, there's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. And Pre-K Discovery is always on Tuesday. All right, so today's Tuesday the 16th of March, and it's still winter until Saturday, and then becomes spring, and Miss Barb will change that. So S is the letter of the day for the word spring. And I picked this really pretty spring picture with all the flowers because in the spring is when the flowers and all the stuff starts turning green again, and it's so pretty. And all the animals and birds start to come back. So the story we're reading today is called Finding Spring. And it's by Carin Berger, Finding Spring. And I would like to find spring. It says, the forest was growing cold, and Mama said that soon it would be time to sleep. But all Maurice could think about was his first spring. Spring, 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 he sang as they filled up on berries. It says, I wish it was spring right now, Maurice told Mama. Waiting is hard, she said. Right now it is time to sleep. Maybe you will dream about spring, Mom whispered. Soon she was softly snoring, but Maurice was wide awake. I will go find spring, he said. And off he went. Everyone in the forest was busy. I'm looking for spring, Maurice told the squirrels. That might take a while, Squirrel chittered, turning to bury a large acorn. I'm looking for spring, he told Rabbit. Not yet, Rabbit giggled before dashing into his warm burrow. Deer didn't even look up from her grass. I'm looking for spring, he told Robin. Everything in its time, Robin said. Then she flew south. It says the woods smelled musky, and there was something new and tangy in the air. I smell spring, said Maurice, and he hurried along. Suddenly, Maurice felt an icy sting on his nose. Is that spring, he asked. A beautiful crystal landed on his paw. Spring? The crystal disappeared, but soon there was another, and another, and another, and Maurice chased after them. Spring was hard to catch. He chased them past dry leaves, past bare branches, and over a frozen stream. All the way to the great hill. Wow, said Maurice. Spring, spring, I found spring, he sang as he scooped up a bit to take home. Then back in the den, Maurice snuggled happily against his mama. He slept and he slept and he slept. When he woke up, everyone had already gathered in the meadow. I brought you some spring, Maurice announced. But spring was gone. Where is it, he asked. Spring can be hard to find, said Robin. Maybe it's hiding, Rabbit giggled. Deer just blinked. Sometimes you really have to search, said Squirrel. Let's look again, Mama said. So Maurice led them back through the forest. He saw blooming branches, bright green buds, and he saw a rushing stream, and everything had changed. Maurice knew just what to do. To the great hill, he cried. And at last, there it was. Maurice had finally found spring. And that's the end of our story, Finding Spring. I like that story a lot. It also talks about fall too, but because we know that bears like to hibernate in the fall and then they wake up again in the spring, which is what time of the year it is now. So I'm so happy that Maurice was able to find spring, and I'm going to be looking for spring when I go outside today. So before we get to our project, we're going to make a butterfly today. I want to talk about sequencing again. Last week, Miss Barb introduced something to you called story sequencing. So we're going to do that again today, and we're going to do it with a song that you guys know, and it's called the Itsy Bitsy Spider. So here's my pictures. I'm going to take them off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you guys know the rhyme. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. So we're going to sequence the story, and remember what Miss Barb told you, sequence tells you the order in which the story goes. So the story says the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. So here he is climbing up the water spout. So that's number 1. It says down came the rain and washed the spider out. So there's down came the rain and washed the spider out. That's number 2. And number 3, it says out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. So let's see. So down came the rain. Oh, I think this one is not right, Miss Barb. This is number 3 because this picture is the rain. So that's why we can move them around, because we may not have them in order the first time. And this last one shows the sun. So that would be number 4. So let's make sure we have them in the correct sequence. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. And out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. So this is the sequence for the itsy bitsy spider. Good job today. All right, so let me set up and we're going to make those butterflies, okay? All right. So hello everybody. I told you I'd be right back, and I've got all my stuff and I'm ready to make a butterfly. And it's going to be super, super easy, so you can do it too. So you remember the book that we read? It was called Finding Spring, and it was about the bear, and he was hibernating, and he was so excited about his first spring, and he had to wait until he was done sleeping. So butterflies start out as caterpillars, and then they form a chrysalis around them, and then they burst out with their wings and they become butterflies. So that's always happens. It makes Miss Barb think of the spring. So we're going to make a butterfly, and I'm going to show you a really easy way to do it. I have 2 colors of paper here, and I'm going to fold them in half like a card, or like a taco, or like a taco. And I'm going to trace my hand. So I'm going to take my pencil, and I'm going to trace my hand carefully, going around each finger. And there we go. And then I'm going to take my big scissors, and I'm going to cut my hand out. So you can trace your hand, and then cut it out. And what part of the butterfly do you think this is going to be? This is going to be the butterfly's wings. That's right. It's going to be his wings. I knew you knew that, because you guys are so clever. So I'm going to cut out the hand. And Miss Barb is doing this by cutting through all the sheets of paper at one time, because she doesn't want to spend the time cutting out each hand by themselves. So sometimes that's thick, but I'm able to do it because I got these big scissors of Miss Barb's. All right, so I'm gonna go 2 more fingers and I'm done. So how many fingers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fingers. All right, so there's my hand. Ta-da, 1, 2, 3, 4 hands. 2 one color and 2 the other color. Okay. So I need a body for my butterfly, and butterflies have kind of a, so they have their head, and then they have their body. It goes like this. So, okay, so here's my butterfly. Like that. All right, so I'm gonna put some glue on it. Let me get a glue stick out. Of course I have a glue stick, and this is not a good glue stick, so let's get a different glue stick. And there's my backup glue stick. All right, so it's ready. So I'm gonna put some glue on my butterfly on both sides here, on his right side and his left side. And then I'm gonna take my hands, I'm gonna do the yellow ones on top. And I'm gonna do that one here. And then I'm gonna do my orange hands at the bottom. I think I'm gonna do these ones like this. There we go. All right, so now it looks like that. Pretty cool, huh? So, what do you think Miss Barb's butterfly needs? I think it needs some eyes, and I happen to have some googly eyes in this bag. So let me get them out. I got all kinds of things in this bag, but I wanted just the 2 googly eyes. There they are. Put everything else back in there. I'm gonna put a blop of glue right here and a blop of glue right there. I'm going to stick this eye on there and this eye on there. And you know what he needs? A smile. Of course he needs a smile, because he's a happy butterfly. And there we go. Miss Barb made a butterfly to make her think of spring. So get outside, enjoy those spring days. And today is a beautiful day. And I intend on getting outside and trying to find spring. So goodbye, everybody. Have a really good week. And next week, Miss Barb will be back again with Pre-K Discovery. Goodbye.